Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Thank you for coming. I am a historian of design and technology affiliated with the Deutsches Museum in Munich. And these are the key issues and questions behind my talk. Museums are, by definition, traditional cultural spaces. Their job is conservation, so they are, by definition, conservative institutions. But of course, things are changing. Every institution is trying to become more adapted to the times and to reach larger audience. This is more important for public institutions like the Deutsches Museum because of the necessity for accountability, of course. So the question is, how can we render historical museum collections more inclusive, relevant, and accessible to wider audiences? How can digital tools and media support us in telling new stories? And my case study is to create an online exhibition based on collection of technical toys. Technical toys are things like Lego or Meccano. I'm sure all of you are familiar with technical toys in one form or other. I mean, Lego are the best known. They are post-war technical construction toys. But of course, there were more types of construction toys already since the 18th century. So I have been working on a research project on the history of these construction toys. So eventually I thought maybe I should also create an online exhibition, not just produce academic publications that reach a limited audience. It would be interesting to create a digital presentation of my work. So that's the background of my presentation. The first thing I had to do was to study examples of best practice. These days there are, of course, many applications of digital tools. Here we have, for example, this page from the University of Tübingen about virtual reality applications to present their work. And also, of course, the Louvre is creating virtual tours where you can walk inside the museum and see the exhibits. The Smithsonian in the United States is creating online exhibitions that people can see from their home, from any place. Of course, the pandemic gave a great boost to this kind of stuff because most museums were forced to close, and as a result, they were forced to create online applications, online exhibitions. So this was one of the positive aspects, the positive impact that Corona had on the cultural sector. Another example here from a library at Princeton University dedicated to books about children, and my own website, which was my experience with WordPress, creating a website to present my own work and make it accessible to a wider audience. More generally, at the Deutsches Museum, there is an open science policy. The museum is strongly encouraging open content and is trying to implement transparency throughout the museum, not only in its methods, tools, and infrastructures, but also in research results and publications. So in my project, which is more or less work in progress, I'm still working on it, I examined the possible tools that I could use. I investigated open source tools to create online exhibitions. This is a selection, of course not all of them, but this is a selection that I considered. And I examined their features, and eventually I chose Hugo, because I thought it's very user-friendly and I appreciated its template-based methodology, which makes it easier to change a website, to create and change, to add content, and also to create multilingual options, which was of interest to me. So the next step was to choose one of the themes. Hugo offers a lot of themes, which are the visual style of the pages, and there are many options. which I had to consider, and then I chose the light B theme because I thought it was very clear, visually clear, user-friendly, multilingual options were available, and I thought it was also mobile-friendly. So I started working on this. And as I found out, Hugo has quite good documentation. It was relatively easy to start building this website. And a first step was to, a parallel step was to create a repo on GitHub where I could store the content and ensure version control. I gave the name Industrial Play to my project because these construction toys were basically the toys of the industrial era, industrial times, when industrialization was advancing and people thought it is good to educate children with construction toys in a way to prepare them for the future. So this repo on GitHub allowed me to organize my material, and at the same time I used the editor Visual Studio Code for editing my data, managing the various attributes, and develop this template-based situation. Here you see some of the text. On the left is a list of the images I was going to use, the photographs, and on the upper part you can see the various tags like structure, education, and so on, the themes around which my material was going to be organized. And now here you get an idea of what the site looks like, at least its current version, its temporary version. So you see an example of a traditional construction toy there made of wood. So anything that could help children to build and be inspired by architecture is a construction toy. And here we see another page with various themes that were important in the development of construction toys. And I have through this Hugo template, I was able to include my material and present all the themes I think in an interesting way. All the issues that are related to this topic, like, for example, war-inspired construction toys, or gender-inspired construction toys, and so on. And here we see another page of the site. This, of course, can be expanded as much as we want. I can continue adding pages and material. And on the lower part of the page, you can see Konrad Zuse plane. Maybe you are familiar with this computer pioneer, Konrad Zuse, who was a big fan of construction toys as a child. And here we see the page dedicated to him. In his autobiography, he mentions how much he liked to play with construction toys, and eventually this kind of play helped him to become the computer pioneer that he became when he grew up. So in this way, I am adding material on the pages. This is a developing project, an ongoing project. I can add more text, more images, and so on. And here we see on the upper right part that we have the option of tags and other features. My tags are related to the various themes that I mentioned already. For example, education, emotions, marketing, politics, technology, how children played, family, gender, structure, and so on. These are themes that emerge from the study of construction toys, and these tags feature helps me to use these as keywords and organize the material in a user-friendly way. And of course, I can produce different language versions. Here we have a German version. More or less, it's the same site, but with German text. And this is a French version, and so on. We can create as many versions as we want. And of course, AI helps with the translation. It's always useful. And you get the idea? So, traditional exhibitions that we see in the physical space of museums, of course, reach limited audience. This can be an issue these days. Museums recognize the need for innovative public outreach methods so that they can reach broader audiences. And of course, digital tools can enhance the educational impact of the museum and inspire new forms of cultural engagement. The question is why free software tools? Obviously, I see the great advantages of free software tools. They are much more cost-effective, a cost-effective solution, and definitely open source offers increased accessibility and transparency. As I mentioned before, for public museums, for public institutions, this is extremely important. The public is very much interested these days in accountability. Where do institutions spend the public money that comes from the taxation of citizens? So this is important. And furthermore, free software tools offer great potential for customizable solutions, customized to specific needs. And eventually we have more sustainability, more long-term solutions that we can retain for a longer time. So this is more or less the project. It's still ongoing in many ways. It's like a pilot project, and I hope to be able to develop it more. It's not live at the moment, so it's not possible to see it online because unfortunately there are many issues with the copyright of images. This is another issue that complicates the life of an academic who works with images. So this is another story, and then I cannot have it live at the moment as long as I have not completed the search for licenses and to solve all the copyright issues related to the images and the objects shown from different museums all over the world. So I hope you found that interesting, and I would like your comments. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Artemis, for your contribution. Are there any questions? Yes, in the back. Yes. The microphone.
Okay, thank you. Was this your first? Oh, this is so weird listening to myself. Was this your first time dabbling with these tools?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. You're incredible.
I got some help from my husband, who is an expert, but okay. I did a lot of things on my own. It's my first time, so as I said, I'm a historian. I'm not a computer expert, but I think we need to bring, more traditional expertise together with digital tools, and there's a lot of potential. So,
I agree. I think this is amazing.
Thank you very much.